Hey my sugar bears, welcome back to my channel, Bougie AF. It's your host, JackeeNicole. It's where I say stay bougie on them. It's me feeding you feminism for the soul. It's my soul food offering. It's where I apply pressure to issues by being critical and logical. Now don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now let's get to the commentary where I can guarantee you I will be doing too much because that's just me. And like Sheree said, who's gonna check me, boo?
Hey y'all, it's your girl JackeeNicole. You are tuned into the Bougie AF channel where I say stay bougie on them and I'm serving you feminism for the soul. Make sure you check me out on them people's Twitter at I'm Bougie. I'm _bougie _AF and also on Instagram at OG_bougie AF. So listen, I'm going to start off a little bit from where I was in the last video in terms of talking about, the music, right? The quality of music, you know what I mean? Like, and the fact of the matter is y'all keep giving us bullshit and we're saying we're rejecting it, right? And what I think happens sometimes is that as a blogger, as somebody who's giving their opinions about things, I think it's really easy for people to try to label people a hater, right? But that being said, y'all know I'm a fan. I'm in the comments. I'm seeing what the people are saying, right? And I like to think of myself as the voice for the people, right? Because I continue to think you guys are trying to shove bullshit down our throats, right? Mediocrity down our throats, right? Like I was even literally on Clubhouse one time and there was this music teacher who literally just said, I don't even think you guys realize how deep this is in terms of like the level of black excellence in terms of greatness, right? Because we've historically we just been really great at the arts. It is what it is. That he says that you're even starting to see that even in the schools that we're not producing children that are musically inclined and are really great at singing, playing instruments. That literally used to be a thing. I don't know how much time you guys have spent in terms of researching different things. And yes, I'm a nerd in that type of way, right? Well, I've spent a lot of time looking into like their origins of jazz and blues and stuff like that. I've spent a lot of time on YouTube looking at old clips and old interviews of jazz legends and stuff like that. This is literally people who really took it upon themselves in terms of like journalism, who spent time traveling the deltas in Mississippi and the Alabamas and speaking to the old jazz people and just like blues singers, and how it was just like ingrained that people played instruments, and that's being lost, right? So to hear a music teacher talk about that, I just really think sometimes, as much as I'm going to high level talk about artists in the business, it's being felt, right? And it's been felt in different ways, and I think we have to be conscious of that. And I think a lot of times it's just I don't know, I just think that people try to really underplay or really kind of, people really try to minimize like what's being said. And what in terms of like even education, I think people are living in a bubble if you really think our kids are as educated as they need to be. I'll be completely honest with that. So let's get back to this video, because listen, I can go off on a tangent on that one, to be completely honest with you. So, talking about music and stuff like that, I ran across this clip on Twitter, and it was of Bow Wow talking about just like, this ain't it. And, as much as we clown, and I have a video on my TikTok where I'm going to be releasing soon where I talk about, Bow Wow is still a lame ass nigga with money. But, when you make a point, you make a point. Like, and I'm going to always acknowledge that. But on this one, I'm going to make a valid point. I can most definitely say, when you talk about like quality of music and stuff like that, Bow Wow is a talented artist, right? And he's skilled, and he made great music. So he's most definitely someone who can speak on it, right? Because you had to be the dopest, like, to step up to the mic. Like, you had to be the dopest to stand out. Like you had to be that person, right? You're not manufactured. You're not just hot because someone gave you a cosign and stuff like that. So, I respect him giving his opinion. So with that being said, let's get to it. Here we go. Let me go. So I shared this twice, and I want to show you guys the one that I shared where I said here. So I said, he ain't lying, talking about Bow Wow, about that. Ain't shit been rememberable. Silly bars and catchy one-liners. I'm sorry. Like, it is silly bars and catchy one-liners. Okay, like, It's really weird. Some are delusional and say y'all the it when the comments be like, who and what is this? Let's be clear, numbers do reflect people ain't fucking with it like that. And that's where, I said in that last video that I did that the numbers actually do reflect that people are not downloading and listening to the music like you think. Like when we have family over or company over, we don't put music on from this generation. Like we're not playing music from the 2020s. The 2015 plus playlist. Like that's not what we're playing. We're literally playing either 90s, either 90s hip hop and R&B. You may even get some 70s and stuff like that. That's not what families are playing, and that's really sad. And I just think we have to be honest about that. So with that being said, let me go ahead and play what Lil Bow Wow was talking about. He's always gonna be Lil Bow Wow to me.
Charted at all this year for hip hop and anything. So how do you feel about that?
Pull out trash ass music.
No, not even trash music.
It's serious. Everything sounded like everything repetitive, same tempo. It's roll out the bed. Everybody can do that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that. And I feel like now we getting and the reason and now we finally getting to a point where I feel like now it's about to shift back into the real. Like you really gotta have talent. You really gotta go. I think people are starting to get tired of it now. That's why you don't see nothing charting. Everything sound the same. Every girl want to get a bag, get a rich, spin the block. I'm sliding on the. Everything is sound the same. Ain't nobody doing nothing different. So it's time to shake the game up and get it back to what it need to get back to. And that's just the real essence of artistry and real good music. Like that's gonna last forever. Like,
Is there anybody that
I don't know. I ain't heard nothing that I say. I'm gonna hear this 30 years from now.
Wow.
Nothing.
There's nobody.
I mean Drake, Kendrick, and I would say Cole. Other than that,
That's Lil Bow Wow, y'all. I didn't know it wasn't on the screen, but I caught it in time. So let's go see what the comments are saying on this one. Because I totally agree with them. There's nothing. I mean, not like in 30 years, not even like 5 years, right? Like there's music that's coming out, that came out in the last year it's so forgettable. Like, and they actually are new artists with like some heavy features on there, some like some big dogs in the game, and I cannot remember it. So like, yeah, he's not lying. So what did this person say? College Kid said, it's really because now we are basing talent on who got a murder charge, who beat a murder charge, and who got the most bodies. It ain't about who got the best rhymes and beats anymore. Goofy YouTubers and social media influencers, the cause of this. Chicago drill wasn't dope because the rappers were gangsters. It was because they could actually rap, had some hard ass beats, and were telling real stories. Then dudes in other cities started being like that. Oh, Chicago ain't the only one drilling. We got gangsters and killers too. Now it's a competition on who got the best gangsters and not the best musicians. These new rappers suck. Then people scared to tell these dudes they suck because they so-called gangsters. And that's a whole fact. I think that's a whole fact. I think that's why why some other celebrities are like kind of not saying anything. One thing that was really dope that Coyle Ray said in her interview when she talked about her XXL feature, because she's also trash. I'm not going to lie about that. In terms of rapping. One thing she said was that I'm not skilled at the art of freestyling, and I'm not really the best at metaphors and similes. Let's be clear, right? I'm going to play a clip later on in NBA Youngboy's in the clip. It's not about his music, it's something else. But you literally can tell there's something listening to NBA Youngboy talk or speak and listening to like men like a Ice Cube or even like men like Jadakiss. I'm trying to think even men like Jay-Z. I'm talking about speaking. I'm not even talking about like rapping. You knew they weren't dumb, ignorant ass niggas, right? They could have conversation. They actually, seem intelligent, right? You know what I mean? So there's a difference. Like, even if you think about Kanye, like, you knew he wasn't dumb, right? When you listen to someone like an NBA Youngboy, right? Or even Kodak Black, because I think Kodak even dumbs himself down. But Kodak Black, because he chooses to be that character, so I'm going to go with it. These niggas sound dumb as fuck. Like, just to be completely honest. But let me go ahead and get into the comments. You could say that about early 90s rap music, though. But there were plenty of classic albums made back then. Shad was right. Everyone trying to copy a formula instead of doing their own thing. I don't think you can say that about classic 90s music. I just really don't. I really don't. I think Tupac and I think Biggie sounded different. I'm thinking about Ice Cube sounded different than niggas on the East Coast. Outkast had a sound that was not the same as other niggas in the South. They were rapping more like up north niggas. I don't think there was nobody that was like Trick Daddy. So like I totally agree that 90s rappers, like who was the other Trick Daddies? Who was the other Outkast? Right? Like, cause even you take Outkast versus Prodigy, and the like they didn't sound like each other, so I don't know. I totally disagree with that. Let me see, any more comments on that one? Any more comments? I guess not. All right, so let's go back here because I also pulled it up on Instagram because it is here on Hollywood Unlocked. And so let me see what I'm checking in with the people. I'm the voice of the people, right? Y'all can get mad. Y'all don't like it. I don't give a fuck. It's just something that's just coming from me. I'm finding heavy delight out of just seeing that other people feel the same way. Like I'm not turning that shit on in my spare time. Like I'm turning on some Rocky Bad, most definitely. And I fuck with some of these younger artists, so let's not get it twisted. Cause I fuck with a Lola Brooke. I fuck with her. I like her music. She can actually fucking rap. I'm actually gonna do a story on her, but she can rap. Like so, I like Scarlett, right? She can rap, right? So this is not an ageist type of situation. But here we go. So this was on the BET Awards. On the carpet. Ooh, that that Bow Wow had said this. So let's get into these comments. He's absolutely right. My Apple Music is early 2000s and back. That's a whole fact. That is a whole fact. Like it's so bad. Like I said this one time before. Like SWV, they've had 2 albums that came out in like the since 2015, and those albums still hit. I actually think those albums are better than their actual original work. I mean, their 90s work, right? Like the quality, and like you could literally tell like which artists really took their time and really take being in that studio serious and like really take this shit serious. Like I don't know, like he's absolutely right. I'm like at this point I'm African because Afro beats been on my playlist nonstop. Not to lie to y'all, I've gone and listened to some music from the UK. I've listened to absolutely right. Afro beats and stuff like that. That should be hitting. That should be on point. That should be dope. This person said he ain't lying. No matter how much y'all don't like him, if Take You Home came on right now, y'all would be throwing your hips and backs and out Harlem shaking. That's a fact. I guess that's one of his songs. I mean, everybody got a BBL and a lace wig. Everybody's rapping the same way about the same thing. He ain't lying. Nobody makes timeless music. That's a fact. People gonna get mad because y'all love hating Bow Wow, but that man has hits and didn't tell one lie, not one lie. Like he didn't tell one lie, he didn't mention nobody's name, but like it's literally us having a conversation, talking about people, and like I guess because I'm someone who's gonna put like names on it, he's most definitely talking about the Ice Spices. I'm sorry. He's most definitely talking about the Lottos. He's most definitely like it is what it is. Like we just need to call it. He's talking about Cardi B. Like he's literally like we know who he's talking about. Now I will say this about Cardi B. Out of all of like the new girls that are coming out, I still believe in Cardi B as a rapper. I'm gonna be 100%. I do think Cardi B was different, and I think she has helped spun a lot of what we see now. But I still think she has more skills at rapping. I think she does a dope performance. I think she actually one of the better performers when it comes to like the hip hop girls. I think Cardi B can outperform Nicki on the stage. I do not like Nicki's stage performance. It's not good at all. I think we gotta stop lying about that. But that has nothing to do with her talent, her rapping. But I don't know. I feel like It kind of looks like Nicki has a hard time like moving around on stage. I'm not gonna lie to you. This person said he ain't lying either, bro. Creativity is starting to become a loose art. Cause y'all, it's like even as a content creator, there's so many people who want you to do things this type of way, say things this way, and like just operate like everyone else, do what everyone else is doing, and it's sort of like that pressure to conform to be like everyone else. And I don't conform, right? I'm gonna do me, be me. And so I most definitely understand that what they're talking about. Like there's pressure to be like other people. He definitely not, like I told y'all, so reading some people's stuff, I really do be feeling dyslexic. He's definitely not lying, and if you, cause you gotta like figure out what they're trying to say and at the same time read it like it's flowing to you. He's definitely not lying, and if you watch the BET Awards, it couldn't be more clear that the new music is trash and full of TikTok dances. Exactly, and that's like I said, the Coil Rays, the Sexy Reds, and the Lottos and stuff like that. And even though Lotto can rap, like listen, I want to be clear about that too. Lotto can actually rap. I've actually spent time listening to Lotto's music and know that Lotto can rap and she can write, right? But I think what's aggravating is the content that they're choosing to consistently rap about. Like it's just really weird. I've been listening to reggae artists lately, so he's right. I've been listening to Rock You Bad. I'm sorry, my girl out of Detroit. There's also Juicy Fruit. I fuck with her. I like her a lot. There's this mix that I have on YouTube, and it had all these like female lineups, and it was like really, really good. I exposed myself to like new music that way. Yeah, I don't let what's in rotation in terms of like pop culture kind of dictate like what I listen to, like, cause it's really bad. He's all the way correct. Music is so blah that I listen to more 90s, 2000, and 2010s than anything else besides B. You can't even dance to music that's out. That's a fact. And then y'all would try to, and I said this with Coil Ray, and then y'all want to do like other people, like artists and shit from like the 90s, and like we just want you to leave our shit alone, like for real. How about telling the truth? Last of the iconic songs came from his era. Like that's a fact. He may be goofy, but he didn't lie. Listen, he is absolutely right. I don't listen to a whole album no more from beginning to end, like the Carl Thomas emotional album, and that's a fact. Like, and not even to mention that whole albums nowadays are like 15 minutes. Whole albums are like 15 minutes. I'm gonna come out and say it. That's why when Summer Walker thought that she should have won a Grammy, like people did not feel that way. And I think the album is good, but we did not feel that way. We did not feel that way. And I'm just going to leave that there. We just did not feel that way. I'm just going to be completely honest. Like there's just no getting around that. We did not feel that way. All right, so since we're talking about artists and music and stuff, let's hit, I'm going to, highlight somebody. Of course, like I said, I'm a fan of Lola Brooke's. Yummy. Like, I really be listening to her. Like, she really go hard. She does remind me of Lil' Kim, because she's so small and tiny, but also how hard she does rap. But I'm really fucking with her, so let's go ahead. So, are we here for it? XXL releases Lola Brooke's 2023 freshman class freestyle. Let's take a listen.
No more. I was raised in a house we could never lock doors. Lock drawers, talk to the feds, that was not law. Step pop, clap the glizzy in my room, top drawer. I ain't trying to say I'm any different, but if the city see me win, it's gonna feel different. I know they tired of see me underrated cause I'm gifted, but sucking dick to the top, I am not with it. Now I got my family talking about me instead of helping me out. I thought rumors come, they don't make them like me no more. I was raised from enemies and not from the house. Talking about I could've been signed, could've had clout. I thought only thirsty niggas want my puss in their mouth, cause actually I turned deals down that didn't match for me. Team 80 full of real niggas, that's a factory. Think I'm nice now when I could imagine me. So if you talk about that bag, that's running after me. from enemies and not from the house. Talking about I could've.
Love it, love it, love it. I love me some Lola Brooke, and that I felt that shit to my heart. You thought the hate was supposed to come from outside of the house, never thought it would come from the family. Baby, baby, she's preaching on that one. Listen, Linda. That's a whole word right there. Listen, you. Whew. It ain't, yeah. Like, it'd be crazy when your biggest haters be like family. And niggas would be like, it'd be like your own family go, she ain't shit. And all you've ever done for them is look out. This shit be crazy, yo. Alright, so let's see what they're saying in the comments. And the other thing that I thought was interesting about this one is the fact that about it, there's no music in this one. This is XXL. And so remember when I talked about Coi Leray in my last video, I said, well, we don't know. Maybe she didn't know the beat, so she didn't prepare because she, just thought they're going to throw anything at her. I mean, in this one, like, no beat. I mean, I wonder if they had the option to do a no beat for Coi Leray's or whatever. But like I said, we don't know what the setup was. I mean, if I didn't know, at least I'm going to prepare something. I'm sorry. I'm going to prepare something and tell them, can I ask or something? I don't know. So let's see here. Lola Brooke, she says, thank you for the support. She's, this person is made in Paris. Y'all know this why Ice Spice ain't do the freestyle. No beat, sis. Got a monotone voice. 1,113 likes. So Ice Herb, that's what I call her. Ice Herb was on the XXL freestyle, and so you mean to tell me that she didn't do the freestyle because get the fuck out of here. And then y'all want niggas to sit back and not speak about this shit. Like, y'all are out of y'all mind. Best freestyle in some years, someone wrote. This person, she's not up there with Ice Spice and Lotto because she doesn't shake or show her ass enough because she's 100% better than both of them, and that's a fact. I mean, and that's not a fact on Lotto. I think Lotto chooses to do what she raps about and stuff like that because, like I said, I do think Lotto can rap. I just want to be honest about that. I do think Lotto can rap. This is an artist that I would have respected and expected Nicki to work with. See, listen, my co-host in the comments, like, we are kindred souls. Like, because we're all feeling the same way. This is an artist that I would have respected and respected, because I said I don't respect Nicki working with whack artists. I just don't respect that. This is an artist that I would have respected and expected Nicki to work with. No offense, not Ice Herb. This is what you call real rap artists. No gimmicks, no commercialized artists, just a real rap gifted artist who could run circles around many of these male and female artists today. She is fire, and that's a fact. Like I said, I've checked out her music. Giving me MC Light, Foxy Brown mixed with a lot of Little Kim. Yeah, most definitely. I most definitely feel Little Kim. She sounds like she's saying a poem, and I'm down for it. That's a fact. She's adorable, and she actually can rap. I like her. Yup. She's so New York with the aggression and really spit her shit. It sucks because shaking ass is what's taking off. Yeah, that's a fact. And I'm with her. Like, everybody's not sucking dick to the top. I know Cuban Doll said that, but that's why she's not a thing, right? Because I guess she didn't suck the right dick. But not everybody's not with that. And the fact of the matter is that people keep on perpetuating that rumor or making it seem like that all women are, have had to suck dick to get to the top. That's not always been the case, right? That wasn't the case for Queen Latifah. That wasn't the case for MC Light. That wasn't the case for women like Yo-Yo. That was not the case for all women. I think because we've seen the fact that Little Kim came in through, Puffy and Biggie and them, that we kind of think that's everybody's story, or that Trina came in through Trick and them, and Trina wasn't even fucking on Trick. So, like, I think I think it's gotten blown out of proportion in terms of, like, you got to do that to get in. Lauryn Hill didn't do that. Like, there's a lot of people who've not taken the dick sucking route to the top, and the ones who've actually done it, they've not really kind of even blown up. Right? Eve didn't do it. So, like, I just wonder who you guys are talking about when you say that. I think you're just talking about Little Kim, to be completely honest. And granted, I know maybe there are other people. I think there are other people, but I mean, I don't think it's a thing like people try to make it seem. I don't know what happened, but she took me back to the 90s, bruh. It just felt good. Straight nostalgia. Yep. I think they need to start putting a little beat behind it. I don't know. That's just me. Oh, like I said, I think Herb Spice not doing a freestyle speaks for itself. That just lets you know, because there ain't no motherfucking way that she can't do something. So what she thought they were gonna put on a beat, and she was going to what say her ad libs all throughout on the beat. He's a munch. Oh, shit is corny as fuck. All right, so let's see if we got time for one more story. One more story. One more story. All right, so talking about, because like I said, I was going to talk about NBA Youngboy. Did y'all see this story? Ooh, Yaya. Ooh, you sure did pick one. NBA Youngboy addresses comments made by John Gotti's daughter and Nicolette Gotti after Gotti versus Mayweather fight. So if you don't know, what's his name? Gotti the third, John Gotti the third had I don't know, promotional something fight with Mayweather. And in that fight, it was called for Mayweather, and Gotti and his peoples feel some sort of way. There was a whole big old melee, blah 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 blah. Words was exchanged. Gotti's daughter Nicolette Gotti said some shit like, "I don't care if it's 2 or 3 years later, Mayweather. When I see your daughter, I'ma fuck her up." Like, you know what I mean? They're like some black Italians, like they're really ghetto and shit like that. So said that she was gonna fuck her up, and so I guess she also made some comments about NBA Youngboy, and so NBA Youngboy finally decides to respond. I have a TikTok that I did to this, but we'll go ahead and listen to this nigga who is barely audible for you to be able to understand what the fuck he's talking about, because he was in the small resource classroom.
I'm sitting there recording, I make my own music and shit like this. But I'm really trying to speak on the shit as it came across this page. We got it, daughter. Man, I'm gonna tell you like this. I hope you do that bitch the worst way 2-3 years from now. I don't give a fuck. It ain't my business. I hate that hoe. And when it come to her daddy, that nigga don't need to be in my mentions. I don't fuck with him. Your brother lost the fight. Every man gotta lose. Every dog got their day, man. That's how they go. Hey, I idolize your daddy. Man, next time you ever disrespect me, y'all gonna have to bomb me. Have a blessed day, beautiful. I'm sitting there.
This shit is so trash. And in my TikTok video, listen, this shit is so trash. So first of all, NBA Youngboy just told the white man that in his daughter that he is okay with the white girl doing his baby mama the worst way. The worst way could be death, and he's okay with that. Because he don't fuck with her, right? So he's giving the green light for his baby mama, the mother of his son, to be touched, right? Ooh, black men, you're so amazing. you're so amazing. In the community, he then paid homage to the white man, in terms of saying he idolized. Idolization is such a big fucking word, but that lets you know what his little reject ass mind is at, where he idolizes a motherfucking mobster, gangster, and all this other shit, right? Because people like MLK, Malcolm X, and all these other great individuals who did so much are people you should use words like idolize for, not some fucking Italian gangster mobster, but because you still, or you are in that gangster life, your role models are just set up a little differently. So, I kind of understand, but you idolize this white man over Floyd Mayweather, who has accomplished something, and who's raised himself and his family up from poverty, even though he can't read his damn self. But you idolize this white man. Okay. And then you signed off in, still being gentle and understanding with this white woman who disrespected you and your baby mother and told her to stay beautiful, right? Yeah, this was sick as fuck to me. And I think, Yaya Mayweather to me is extremely, her mindset, y'all know it's alleged that, this one NBA young boy got that herp derp STD, right? And so it's alleged that, if he has it, then that y'all probably has it too, because she does have a kid with him. We can, allege, we can, make some assumptions about that, right? And we could be wrong, right? We could be wrong. We're okay with being wrong, right? But the fact of the matter is, she also has a record behind stabbing, his baby, another one of his baby mothers or girlfriends, right? So you got this kid you got a whole ass kid for this nigga, right? You may have a whole ass STD for this nigga, right? And you have a whole charge for this nigga, right? And then it was just so weird because then he popped up and married somebody else, right? And so I'm just trying to figure out, and this is why I think I may be single, and I'm okay with that, because I am not willing to be out here for boyfriends and catching whole STDs, catching whole ass babies, right? Catching whole ass records and stuff like that. Why are we, or why is it okay? Or why are these young girls thinking all of this is acceptable? Accepting all of this is a part of being down or being in a relationship with a nigga. This shit is crazy, right? This shit is crazy. Alright, but let's go ahead and see what my comment says, because listen, I got that TikTok coming because yeah, girl, I don't understand this. Who's your OGs? Who's your OGs? Because for what we know about your daddy, like, we know he a disrespectful ass motherfucker, especially the younger Floyd Mayweather from that other girl he was dating. What's her name? Miss Jackson girl that went and dated the Nelly, who said that she ended up aborting the twins that she was pregnant by your daddy, allegedly, because he was just a mess, disrespectful ass mess. Okay, all right, girl. All right, so let's read these comments. So basically, I don't deal with those people, so keep my name out your mess, or you gonna get what you want. Got it. That's Tammy Roman. He hates Yaya guts, and she just be dancing to his music like they're a happy family. And that's the delusional crazy part about him. I think one time they even had a video of her saying, "Don't play about him. I don't play about him." It's like, this nigga is clearly playing with your life. Is willing to play with your whole entire life. And these bitches are crazy. How you diss a black woman who gave you a child to uplift? Listen, I'm still stuck. How you diss a black woman who gave you a child to uplift a white woman who called you a fucking animal? Her daddy be calling men like you niggas with the hardest ER, but you look up to him. This shit is sad. Niggas is so backwards, killing and disrespecting your own community, okay? This is why I told you I'm never selling you community shit, because I know what the community will do to each other, okay? Just to big up white people who literally wish we were dead. We'll never be free with this mindset, and that's a whole fact. That's a whole fact. Like, my whole thing is, like, how he feel about them folks is how he feel about them folks. But the fact of the matter is that you didn't think better not to show up on these people's, social media and in front of these people and downgrade and dish your own. Some shit be bigger than you. And this is one of those things that this is big, because the words you chose is way bigger than you. Because what you implied is that you idolize this white man. Like, that shit is crazy. Go find your daddy to idolize, your real father DNA, like your blood father to idolize. Oh, but he's in jail for 55 years. Okay, this is what scares me. How much these kids idolize this immature excuse of a man. No way he shouldn't have defended his child, at least from those racial remarks. I think this person is trying to say, no way he should have defended his child, at least from those racial remarks. Yeah, that's crazy. The nigga's lost. Have you met his mama? Have you seen his mama? Okay, like Blueface mama. I think his mama's even worse, though. His mama's worse than Blueface mama. I mean, they neck and neck. They both would tell you they were out in them streets, so like really, really hard back in the day, right? But it just like it got the best of his mama, though. Like I'm sad that Yaya caught a case for him and is still his number one fan. This is how he acts. Why Me and my co-hosts in the comments are so connected. Like I didn't read these beforehand. We're so one. You know what I think it is? I think Yaya is um doing that thing that black women is conditioned to do, which is to appear or to act as if though they're not bothered, or they're trying to, be a good woman and hold it down for perception, right? That thing where it's hot ass mess, but you still want to give the perception that everything is fine. That's what I think is happening. She's conforming to want to project that everything's fine. Meanwhile, we seeing more pictures of her daddy with the baby than we seeing him with the baby. Now we all know what that's about, because Future showed us how to be a deadbeat millionaire ass motherfucking father. We still ain't got a picture with Future, with Lil Future. I'm still waiting. Since 444, I'm still waiting. You ain't got to throw a football to the nigga. Do something with him. I don't know. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. Like, literally, niggas are really showing us that they can get to the money and still be trash ass niggas, and that's concerning. That's concerning. This person, what's attractive about him? Can't make out one word he said. Listen, not one word. And this is when we were going back to Lil Bow Wow, where he talked about rappers and creativity, and just like even Coyle Ray talking about metaphors and similes and stuff like that. This motherfucker, like, what the fuck? And when I did listen to his rap, I became violent and wanted to go slide on something. So I just knew not to listen to this shit no more. Very angry, man. And there's just so much going on that people don't even realize, like, in people's actual cities behind these motherfucking niggas. Like this shit is deeper than just who we see on our screens. But let me get back to this. Did anybody not hear the threat when he said, if you ever disrespect me, y'all gonna have to bomb me. Have a blessed day, beautiful. Was him stamping that threat. The fact that he said, I idolize your daddy, is the saddest part. It's sad as fuck, y'all. She, for 5 years of probation, she got 5 years of probation. Oh no, that nigga need to be eating her ass for like 5 years. Like, at least she's earned, through the alleged STD and the probation, she's earned ass eating privileges for life, though. Like, life. Because where this person, she for 5 years of probation because of him. Glad her daddy got her, because he would have left her in the dust. Shaking my head. Yeah, that's a fact. He don't like her or her daddy because he knows it's nothing he can do to affect them because they're filthy rich. Meanwhile, Floyd is seen with your son more than you. That's a whole fact. And I totally agree. I do believe that probably their problem is the fact of the matter is that she probably really loves and really liked that nigga and was willing to do anything for him. But at the same time, there's a difference between a woman that can walk away and don't need you financially. And so what ends up happening, a woman that needs him financially, that needs him, is going to beg him, you know what I mean? Be on his dick, be at his, be on his time, basically. And she don't got to be on his time because she don't need him to take care of her in that type of way, right? So that's why they say, that's why it's important to have your own. And she has her own in forms of she got her daddy, right? So when you ain't got your own, you gotta do a little bit what a nigga say. that's just how that go. Who my wife Ayana, wake up. I don't know what that means. Yet she put her life on the line to bring his child into the world. Oops. I think they talking about that herp derp, allegedly. With or without him, that baby looks to be doing just fine. That's good. This ninja only mad because she don't need him for nothing. Her dad seems to be a great male figure in his life. That's dope. Wasn't Floyd there when he had court or something? Alright, y'all, that's all I got for this one. Like, this nigga is a hot ass mess. Please, ladies, stop telling your daughters that it's like any part of their responsibility to help raise these niggas. I think that conditioning, that message, it is everybody's own individual job to build themselves up and become a better person. For some reason, these young girls think, it's, they're supposed to be helping these men, these young men, become men, and that's just not the way that works. That's just not the way that works. It works on their own timing. It works on their own growth, their own exposure. And there's really not that much you're going to be able to do to grow up a man. It's just it. Like, you still will find that there are men in their 40s, late 30s and 40s that still don't get it, right? I mean, we see Diddy out here. I mean, like, let's be honest. Like, we gotta call a thing, right? Yeah, I mean, like, even if, as much as I fuck with Shaq, he'll tell you he fucked up a couple good relationships. He fucked up a marriage, right? Like, so it takes them a long time. And so, ladies, it is not your job. And it may be the next woman, maybe she'll pick it up and maybe she'll be the change, or maybe he'll get it in time for her, but it is really not your job. It's not really much you're going to be able to do. All right, now y'all know how we do. We keep it posh SF, we keep it black SF, we keep it bougie SF, we keep being blessed SF, and y'all be black, y'all. Kiss, 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 kiss. And don't you forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And bye.